Om Shanti. In today's Murli, Baba is giving us the aim. Sweet children, make effort to make impure ones pure, like the Father. Now Baba says that I am the purifier, and my primary task, the primary reason why Baba has come from the soul world to this corporeal world is because Baba is the purifier and everyone here is impure. Everything here is impure. And Baba says that I have come to purify everyone, everything. But I can't do it alone. I need you to be my instrument. I need you to be like me and carry out my task of making the impure ones pure. But what is the qualification that I need to make the impure ones pure? So just like because Baba is the ocean of purity, therefore Baba is the purifier. So I also have to be very pure so that I can be an instrument to make the impure ones pure. And once I was listening to one Adi Ratan in the Yajna, and she was sharing that when Brahma Baba was in the corporeal form, at that time anybody who came to Baba, so Baba just used to take a pen and paper and draw an outline of a body, and in the center of the forehead he would place a dot and he would say, "This is you." And as he did that, the soul it was reminded, the soul was reminded that this is me. And they never asked any questions, because when Baba said that this is you, the soul, then the soul got it. It was so easy. And these days we explain so logically and so many examples and this and that, and still it doesn't sit in the buddhi that I am a soul. Why? Because there is a difference in purity. Baba says knowledge makes you pure, and anybody who understands the knowledge, the truth, will become pure. But whether you can be a good instrument to share that knowledge or to inspire somebody to take up practices that Baba recommends, you have to be very pure. And Baba says, do you understand the difference between impurity and purity? Because Baba says the difference is huge. And Baba says when you are in the golden age, at that time you are pure and your intellect is pure and your bodies are pure. And now the soul is impure, the intellect is impure, and the bodies are also impure. So do you understand that at this time our intellect is also Pathar Buddhi, which means an impure intellect, and an impure intellect doesn't discern and decide in my favor. So the intellect, the buddhi which discerns and decides, it doesn't discern and decide in a manner in which I, the soul, will be benefited. It is working against me. So, and the body also, it is working against me because the body is also urging me to be impure. Yes? What does your tongue like to taste? Everything that is pure and sattvic. Yes, so there is this, medicines are bitter and everything healthy is tasteless, and everything that is good for health is not tasty. Now, how do you, so you see that this whole concept of whether something is tasty or tasteless is a subject of the soul. So the fruits are what they are, the vegetables are what they are, everything that's healthy is what it is. But the intellect and the sanskars are so impure that we don't find that which is healthy tasty. So do you understand that the tongue tastes something, but then the interpretation is done by the soul. So the tongue tastes something and then the message is received by the soul, but then the soul interprets it through the sanskars and the buddhi. And if the buddhi and sanskars are impure, then the decision that this is good, this is bad, is taken in a way that it is not favorable for us. So have you seen that if you have grown up in a culture where adding sugar to spicy vegetables, prepared sabzi is normal. So usually Gujaratis, Bengalis in India will do that, add a little sugar at the end, and then you find that very tasty. But then somebody who doesn't do that doesn't find it tasty. Why? Because the taste is not something categorical. Taste is an aspect of sanskar. So have you seen that there are three people on a dining table, and then one says the salt is very high in this food, and then another one says no, the salt is perfect, and the third one says please pass me some salt, I'm finding it very tasteless. So how much salt is enough salt depends on your sanskar. And anybody who consumes less salt will feel that, this has gone, very bitter with salt. But somebody who consumes a lot of salt will feel that the salt is less. So Baba says, your whole body, your eyes, your ears, your hormones, your chemicals, your taste buds, everything is working against you. It is giving into lust, anger, ego, attachment and greed. And then all your physical, the way your body responds to things you see, or the way your body signals. So, when people these days say that I'm not even thinking, it's just that I feel the panic. So, anxiety, depression, I feel it in every cell of my body. So you see that the body has the whole hormonal chemical balance, or the way our sense organs are functioning, everything is working against me. And Baba says all this is because when the soul is impure, then the buddhi is impure and also the body is impure. And then Baba says that you must understand that the only way to save this world is to make everyone pure. But then for that you need to first become pure. And how do we become pure? So you see, Baba is the purifier, and everything he says, everything he asks us to do, every Shrimat of Baba makes us pure. So purity is a very big subject. Purity is about everything. Purity. So first thing is purity of body, mind and wealth, all three. Purity is not one dimensional. Purity is at least three dimensional. And whatever Srimad Baba gives us for the body, so what to eat, how to see, how to hear, yes, what to do, everything that Baba tells us about what to do through the body and what not to do is the Srimad that purifies us. About the mind, Baba says that you just have to remember me. Man mana bhav, that's it. The moment you remember the impure world, you start losing your purity. So, and then Baba says, you have created a lot of karmic accounts by using your money under the influence of vices. So Baba says, now you have to use your money for yajna seva. And that's how it will get purified. So not just the money, but it's about the totality of purity. So whatever Srimad Baba gives us, whether it is about listening to the Murli, whether it is about doing Amrit Vela, whether it is about observing celibacy or eating pure food or remembering Baba or having soul conscious drishti, it is all about making us pure. So the purifier is giving us directions that will make us pure. And Baba says that if you follow my directions, only then will you be in that state of purity. And when you are pure, you can pull somebody into, a state which is like you. Or, your words will have the effect that they also feel inspired to do that. And Baba says, in today's Murli, Baba is underlining a lot that don't waste your time, thought, energy. So let's look at what Baba is saying today as Srimad. So the whole Srimad, every day, whatever you listen to in the Murli is about making us pure. Okay, so the yoga, the dharana, the seva, everything has something to do with purity. And then Baba today says that first thing is don't gossip. Yes, don't gossip. Now, what is gossip? So, you are just describing somebody's behavior or somebody's habit or something they did or something that happened in the past. Now, the thing is, you are a jnani soul and you very well know that it is what it is. Yes, and Baba says that everybody in the world, they are slowly through their own karma moving towards destruction. Everybody is making that choice. Everybody is doing that act through which they are slowly moving towards destruction. They are fighting amongst themselves. In private, they are acting viciously. So Baba says, if you start thinking about them, then their karmic journey gets connected with your karmic journey. Do you understand that the way to connect somebody's karmic journey with your karmic journey is to think about them? So if you're thinking about somebody, that means your karmic journey is getting connected with them. So Baba says they are having the karmic journey where they will fight with themselves, and then they will ultimately reach that scene of destruction, and there will be nothing that they will be able to do. But if you also spend your time thinking about them, discussing them, then what kind of a jnani soul are you? And Baba says knowledgeful souls don't do this. We don't gossip about anyone or anything, because we know this one simple thing: it is what it is. My discussing, my thinking is not going to change it. Is it going to change it? No, but if I keep thinking about it and discussing it, I'm going to change. And I'm going to be under their influence, not under Baba's influence. And my thought, my time in Sangam Yuga is very, very valuable, because through this time and thought, I have to accumulate the power of remembrance. I have to do seva, and I have to burn my sins and get ready for my 21 births of, heavenly kingdom. So Baba says, do you understand the value of your time and thought? And I will tell you one thing. So, there was this, once, I was with a senior sister, and I was very new in the yajna. So I didn't have a lot of understanding about, Srimad or Baba. I didn't understand a lot. And at that time, there was this sister, and she's a senior Didi, and there was this one brother who was talking to her, and he kept discussing very wasteful matters. So, he just kept saying, my sister does this, and my father does this, and this is like that, and this and that. And half an hour he just kept describing all of that. And then Didi said that, okay, you undertake the course. And then he said, no, I'm just saying that, these people are wrong and they are doing this, and I will undertake the course at some time, but the thing is, they need correction right now, not me. So this is the way the conversation ended. And then Didi went away, and then Didi told me, he wasted all my time, half an hour. So then, I saw her, and she was sitting. So she was just sitting on the chair for another half an hour. So then I was thinking, that she's just sitting, she's not doing anything. But then she said he wasted half an hour. So I would rather talk to somebody than, just sit on a chair. So at that point of time, I thought that probably, she's just being snobbish, and she's just thinking that, I wasted my time with him, but she's not doing anything better. But then when I understood Gyan, then I understood that she was not just sitting there. She was remembering Baba. And when I did not understand Srimad, for me, remembrance, what is remembrance, or, sitting and remembering Baba, this meant nothing. But then I understood that she's a yogi, and she's sitting and remembering Baba for half an hour, and that is a much, much more productive thing to do, than, just discussed wasteful matters with somebody. Now, what is a wasteful matter? Wasteful matter is something which you don't have any control about. You can discuss it, talk about it, cry about it, shout about it, but can't do anything about it. So Baba says, just don't discuss them, just don't think about them. Remember me. Because when you remember me, you will be accumulating an income. But if you do that, you're just wasting your Sangam Yugi time and thought. And then Baba says that even when you remember me with an honest heart and remember me accurately. Don't just remember me in desperate circumstances. So, people in bhakti, we have created this sanskar that we remember Baba only in desperate circumstances. We don't remember Baba out of love. We remember Baba because there is a problem. So Baba says, no, that is not remembrance. In Hindi, there is a very good shabd, faryad. And then there is yad. So faryad means you're just calling out to Baba to help. And you're in desperate circumstances, you're just calling Baba. That is not remembrance. Remembrance takes place through love. So just ask your heart, who do you remember? You remember those you love. And Baba says, when you have love for me in your heart, and then with a clean heart, not because there is a fear or there is a selfish desire or there is some other motive behind that remembrance, with a clean heart, with love in your heart. And the third thing is accurate remembrance. You remember Baba, not your idea of Baba. So you don't remember who you think or believe God is, but you remember who He actually is. Because He is telling us who He is, what is He like, what are His qualities, how does He look like, where does He reside, everything. So Baba says, when your remembrance is with a clean heart, with an honest heart, honesty means, there are no hidden intentions. When your remembrance doesn't have any hidden intentions, you're remembering Baba because you're remembering Baba. Because you love Baba, not because of anything else. So with an honest heart, with love in your heart, with accuracy, then Baba says, this remembrance is going to make you Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. This is going to purify you. And Baba says, this is the big task that you have to do in Sangam Yuga with your time and thought. And Baba tells us the relevance of purity, and remembrance will purify me. So Baba says, do you understand that when you were pure, you were so powerful that you ruled over the whole world? And look at what impurity has done to you. Your own buddhi, your own body has made you its slave. So Baba says, if you want to go back to that self-sovereignty, to that world sovereignty, just understand the difference between purity and impurity. And just remember me to get back to your purity. And Baba says there is so much to be done, because 63 births of impurity and 63 births of residual sanskars have to be burnt. So don't waste your time and thought on gossip or on, even thinking about wasteful matters. Just use it to remember Baba and burn your sins. And Baba says, if you don't understand this much, then I feel mercy on you. Yes, so, if somebody consciously is spoiling their fortune and you are looking at it, you feel mercy for them, right? So Baba says, I feel mercy for such children who are doing this. And then Baba says, when you pay a lot of attention to your purity, then you also have to make the effort to make everybody else pure. And you cannot just, so I told you that for purity you need Shrimat. So one has to understand everything from Baba every day. Only then can you understand what to do for purity. So Baba gives the knowledge, the inspiration, the power, the love, which makes us make these small shifts which move us from impurity to purity. But Baba says, in order that anybody embarks on this journey, first they have to be given the introduction of the soul, Baba, and the course basically. So Baba says, you have to be pure and then make efforts so that everybody takes the introduction of Baba and the soul. And Baba says, in order to do that, you have to again do a lot of effort. Do you know that every month from at least this one center, at least 300 souls, they get the introduction of Baba? But do you know how many Brahmins emerge out of that? Not even 3. So do you understand how much of effort we have to make so that we can reach out to those souls who Baba is eyeing and who have Baba's drishti? So Baba says, children have to go to temples, go to places, just inform everybody that this is going on and please undertake the course. And every month the course is announced. You have to inform everybody to undertake the course. And Baba says, if you make so much effort, only then will this happen that those souls will get Baba's message and they will come, and then they will also become pure. And this whole world becoming pure is a big subject. And Baba says, I need every child to make this effort for themselves and also make this effort for seva. But Baba says, very few children pay attention to this. Yes, so Baba says, do you pay attention on your purity? So do you always understand that my mind is for remembering Baba, not for anyone or anything else? Yes, my body is the sacred temple, and every organ of my body, my eyes, my ears, every organ, sense organ has to be pure. And my wealth doesn't have to be used in any impure activity. It is Baba's wealth for seva. So Baba says, this much attention you have to make because you're my right hand. I'm looking at you. I'm waiting for you to carry out this task for me. So this is what Baba is saying, and Baba is asking us to be serviceable. And then Baba also today says that, in Satyug, our bodies are valuable. Human bodies are very valuable in Satyug and Treta Yuga. Because you see, even today we are creating the images of those deities and, washing their feet and drinking that water. Yes, we say Charan Amrit. So, and you're creating an image of a deity, washing its feet and drinking that water. So, the value of those bodies, exists. And Baba says the human body was also very valuable in Satyug because the soul was pure. But when the soul became impure, the bodies have also lost all their value. Yes, these days people kill each other for 20 rupees. Yes, and nobody minds just stabbing the body because the body is so valueless now. Human bodies are not of any value these days. And Baba says, human bodies, even animal bodies come to some use, but human bodies, no use. But Baba says, this Sangam Yugi body is very important. So this body which, and I sometimes wonder, so I have taken 84 births, and obviously, all the 83 bodies must have been, better than this, because this is the last body. So there's a lot of disease, there's a lot of, lot of things in this body because it's the last one, made of very tamopradhan elements. But if you look at it, this is the only body through which I, the soul, meet Baba. And this is the only body which has the fortune to receive Baba's drishti. And these are the ears through which I hear Baba's Srimad. And these are the eyes through which I take Baba's drishti. So Baba says, this Sangam Yugi body is very, very valuable. You must understand the value of this body. But I want to underline one thing, that in the world, when something is very valuable, what you do is you don't use it. Yes, so I will say my diamond is very valuable and I will just store it away in a box in the locker. But Baba says, when something is very valuable, you make good use of it. So our whole concept of, valuables is very wrong. So Baba says, when something is valuable, it is put to good use, because you can create value out of it. So Baba says that this body is very valuable, but valuable for you to spend every bone, every ounce of energy in the body to create a fortune for yourself and the world. And I remember there was this one brother, and he was not in Gyan, so he used to do a lot of bodybuilding and this and that, and then he apparently he had a great body physically, but if you asked him to do any seva, he wouldn't do that. He would just go to the gym, come back, eat, drink and sleep, and then go to the gym. So these so these days, you think that your body is important and you just maintain the body. But why? That's the question. If something is useless, it is valueless. And if something is valuable, that means a lot of utility is created out of it. So Baba says this Sangam Yugi body is very valuable because you have to use everything, every organ, every sense organ, and create your fortune and do seva through this body. Baba says your mouth should speak until the throat runs dry. And your mouth should serve and give gyan until your throat runs dry. Your eyes should hold Baba's light and might and radiate it to the world always. Your ears should continuously, listen to Baba's gyan and churn on it. So Baba says every organ of your body is for seva. And Baba says you must sacrifice it into seva. But also take care of it because it is a very valuable body. So this is something that Baba says. And then Baba says that these days, people have no value for life. The only thing valuable is money. But then Baba says that this whole money, everything will just go to dust. And what will remain is what you earn by following Baba's Shrimat. And then today in the blessing, Baba says that those who remain aware of their original form of light have the power to transform waste into powerful. So have you seen that physical light is so powerful? When you switch on a light, the dark shifts into light and you can just see everything. So Baba says if you stabilize yourself in your original form of light, then everything waste will change into powerful. So do you even hold that image that you are a point of light always? So that image and that experience that I'm a peaceful, pure, divine, powerful point of light. I'm Baba's child. Just, if you just hold it, you will be able to transform everything waste into powerful. First, it will start with your own thoughts. When you remember who you are and remember your purity and stabilize yourself in your original form of light, then your own thoughts, your own feelings will change from waste to powerful. And then Baba says that when you are able to do that, then you are able to transform any waste of time, wasteful company, an atmosphere of waste and remain double light. So anything that is wasteful outside cannot influence you inside. So obviously, when something cannot transform you, you transform it. And then you stay light, double light. As well as this, when in relationship with the Brahmin family and in doing service, they remain light. Because our original form of light is very detached. So when we are in seva or in relationship with Brahmin souls also, we are very light because we are detached. Heaviness comes when you are attached and you start picking on everybody's words and emotions. They do not have any relationship with old sanskars in the old world. And they are not attracted by any bodily beings or any possessions. Such intense effort-making children easily attain their angelic stage. Now, what is intense effort here? Intense effort is the effort to stay in that form of original form of light always. And when you do that, your while doing everything, your stage will slowly, gradually shift to an angelic stage very fast. Okay. Om Shanti.